Hey, Dipset. Hey, Dipset. Hey, Dipset. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 if you wanna get to the money, then you gotta come on to the honey. Hey, what up, Maxie? I'm just messing around. I gotta cut the song off. Bam. Hey, what up? So yeah, I got banned yesterday, guys. Of course I got banned. The only way I go live. I can go live. Nah, let me keep this right here. Stupid. Let me save this. God, I have this. What's up? What's up? Hey, I'm learning stuff. I gotta start using these. I'm not gonna lie. Hello. 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 Hold on. Hello. 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 Can't do it. Whatever. That works though. How y'all doing, Swansea? Sup, Scrolls? Hey, Dan, 7 people in here already? Hey, how y'all doing? We're gonna just go over the world, man. We got blackouts in Spain and Portugal. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that? Blackouts in Portugal and Spain. We're gonna look at some comedy stuff, of course. We're gonna talk about, of course, the beast system, us purchasing our own prison, which we're gonna talk about data today. Data. You guys know how they're the implementation of all these smart washing machines, smart refrigerators. Do you know those things are collecting data? Yeah, I'm gonna prove it. What else we gonna look at today? I saved a lot of stuff. The African American trademark information. I'll do that. Oh, we are going to talk about a certain man. I know you guys have seen him everywhere. We're talking about a lot. I got a lot of saved videos, and I don't want to ruin them by talking about it right now. But I have a lot of saved videos. So how y'all doing now? What's going on? How are y'all? Oh, I'm bored. I'm bored as hell. And I'm mad TikTok did what it did to me. It played me out. He said, hey, Cardiff. What up? What up? Scrolls are here, Amber in here, Max in here, Indigo Flame in here. That's what's up. Yep. I'm gonna show y'all some things. Just JP evening, awesome souls, much love from Northeast England. Damn, it's an evening out there. Hell yeah. Does England have power right now? I know Spain and Portugal are out. How is England? The UK good? Is the UK good out there? Is it? Because we are definitely big up saying, hey, my guy, great day. Yo, Marlon, my guy. People jumping up in here now. Yeah, Spain and Portugal are in a blackout, allegedly. But I did see some old lady. I'm not gonna lie. I seen some old lady screaming, talking about it's been 6 hours, no electricity, and people can't take it because they can't access their tablets. That's diabolical work. So I'm like, damn, power all good at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, you must be because you're on here. But I mean, shit, you got cars, car phones, and all that. Scrolls has power, that's right. Nobody's saying this yet, but check out Down Detector. Okay. You know, we will right now. Fuck it. Let's go on Down Detector before I even start anything. Let's check it out. Let's see what Down Detector says. I'm interested. I'm interested. Not the app. Yeah, give me the page. Down detector, down detector. Here we go. What is down right now? Is this the proper right? No, hold on. It's an app. Well, I do have a freaking Apple computer. Let's see. Install. Why not? Right? Install it. Let's install it. Right? No, not to my device. No. No, to the computer. Oh, what the hell? Go, because it's Google Play. Hold on. I'm bugging. Let me go back. I'm bugging. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. Here we go. I don't see nothing crazy. We got Xbox that looking crazy. Archives. Archive of your own. Let's see. Reddit. Like Square. Look. Oh, okay. What else? FedEx. Okay. Oh. This doesn't. Yeah. 12 baseline, 47 reports. CenturyLink. That's actually a lot. Marvel, Spotify, TikTok. TikTok has been messing up lately. Am I the only one that's noticed that? TikTok been like glitching out, or is it just them on my phone? You know what I mean? You got some companies, T-Mobile, AT&T. Like, boom. 117 reports, 114, all throughout the time. Damn, that's a lot. Yeah, because that's just between 7 and 10 a.m. Right? You got 117, 110, 109, 115, 187, like 90, all at. Damn. So that's probably, let's say, from here, you had 41, 125 right there, 200, 300, 500. About 600 to 700 reports in between 7 and 10 o'clock. That's interesting. ATT. But yeah. Yeah. But how y'all doing? I have been saw a video, that's why I started laughing. Did y'all see this?
Wait.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, what the? Wait a minute.
It's pulling it.
What?
What the fuck is that? Oh.
That's ball of lightning, allegedly. I don't know nothing about ball of lightning, but hey, I got a river. I see that. That's called ball of lightning, people. Not a UAP. Not a UAP. But I thought that was interesting. Who has heard of this man of lately, of what's going on? Had several assassination attempts on his life. President Traore, can't even pronounce that. Traore? I don't know. Listen to what's going on.
Why do they keep trying to kill this man? After now 20 failed assassinations.
China didn't steal our technology.
I'm going to show this too. Let's go. Why
do they keep trying to kill this man? After now 20 failed assassination attempts on the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, I now know why they're calling him the most important black man on the planet. He answers the question, what would happen if Africa just thugged out, took its own resources by force, and distributed them equitably among their population without corruption? Well,
this is almost, I'm not going to lie. After I heard this, I said, oh shit, this is Gaddafi 2.0. You know what I mean? He weeded out the corruption within his own government. And now he's kicked France out of his land, out of his country, as he should. And he got these colonizers out and they took back their country, the people. And this man is claiming to be their leader. Just a little backstory. And this sounds like Gaddafi. Am I lying?
He did that, and now they're mad about it.
Right.
And now after just 2 years in charge, he's got a list of accomplishments that put other African leaders to shame. Dude literally stopped the export of Burkina Faso's gold to Europe. Increased productivity, taking Burkina Faso's GDP from $18.8 billion to $22.1 billion. Then the dude banned French military exercises in Burkina Faso. Then he kicked out French media and French troops. Bro building new railroads, new highways. He invested in all like hundreds and hundreds of tractors for their farming capacity. He got brand new high quality seeds for the farmers to produce so that they can feed themselves. And he banned them weird ass British powdered wigs they be wearing in the parliament and court. He was like, no more of that. We African, and that just looks strange on y'all. And now he's spearheading the alliance of the Sahel states between Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, because these are all formerly French colonized places. They speak French, and they just decided we gonna defend and protect ourselves, create a block, and trade with each other. Holla bad. Listen, this is leadership. So yeah, France acting like a jealous ex. Now that they see the one they abused doing good, they want to intervene with force. And here's how it plays into the greater picture. Because, in case you haven't noticed, the world profits from dirt, cheap African minerals. But Burkina Faso and the Sahel states show that, number one, we can kick out colonizers, and number two, we gonna make y'all pay fair market prices for the resources within our dirt. That means that this might start a domino effect in Africa. Some are calling it the Ibrahim effect, and it's already taken place because young folks all over the continent is calling out for more leadership like Ibrahim Traore. Low-key, us Black Americans could use some more leadership like that. So African leadership and Black American leadership suffered the same problem. The OG, original leaders who really was about the people got killed off. Our Dr. King and Malcolm X got killed off. There, Patrice Lumumba and Thomas Sankara got killed off. And then a bunch of sellouts and greedy ass mooches and leeches have taken over and abused people's finances and faith. And there needed to be somebody to stand on business actually for the people with brute force against the colonizer and benevolence with their own people. And that is the example that our brother is setting in Burkina Faso. This means that we could be turning over a new leaf as a people if we follow this man's example, because it's like, what is white supremacy really?
I ain't getting into all that. Fuck all that noise. It is systemic, and we know, but it's not white people. I'm not here for all that, though. It's a certain quote-unquote white people that don't even consider themselves white, which is crazy. I mean, you guys know. And I've seen nothing but... You know what I find interesting? And I was thinking this, even though I made a video on it, I still pushed it out, but I saw 77 Truthers video, and as I was making the video, and I still put it out, I thought the same thing that he said. Have y'all not been seeing organized hate against Israel, like on purpose? I mean, not to say what's going on, they shouldn't have hate, but let's just take your bias out of it for a second and think, you know, from the perspective of you watching what's happening and how they are affecting the population or society. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you a great example of this. A great example. Where the hell's the video? I just had it. Oh, well, it's on my page. Watch.
Can you feel the difference in energy?
I'm trying to find the original video of this, right? That's what I need to find. And I did favor it, man. Simple fact that it's not showing up. Because I wanted to go over the comment section. You know what? We'll just go to 77 Truthers page. Watch. Maybe I liked it. Hold on. I'll do that. Because I want you guys to look at the comment section. You know what I mean? Here we go. Watch this video. Just listen to what this man says.
Glory be to God. I don't know why I have to be the one to do this. I haven't seen anyone talk like this at all on this application.
He's right.
At all.
He's right.
Point blank,
He's
period.
Right. He's right.
I am seeing 1000% polarization. You're either being pulled to this side or this side. There are human beings on both sides. I don't think this takes a rocket scientist to say out loud, but I have to. This is insane. guys, the people who operate under Israel, these aren't the same people who are living in Israel. We get that, right?
Right.
I mean, everywhere I'm seeing, it's
what he basically said in layman's terms is, you know, we live in America, right? But does our government represent us, the people of America, properly? Like, you know what I mean? We blame Israel. We're not blaming the people. We got to keep things subjective for a second and understand that this is the government and there are Zionists within the government. There's still normal, regular people that are like us, that are good people that are catching this flack. So I'm glad he made that. I just want to, you know, bring that to light. It's the Zionists. It's not Israel, guys. It's not. You know what I mean? It's the government. That's a big difference. It's not America going. I mean, it's not me. I'm not causing all these wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, Libya, Syria, Kuwait. I keep going on Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. You know what I mean? It's my government. But sons of the Father. So I just want you to just keep that in mind, because there's at times where I forget that. And I'm glad he said what he said. And I have not seen no conscious creator say what he's about to say.
It's being promoted. It's being propagated.
Right.
This hate.
It is.
It's never going to be okay to throw everybody onto an umbrella statement that everybody Israeli is the one.
And that's what they keep fucking doing to us, bro. They even do it to the conscious people. I'm gonna keep it real, because there's people say they're conscious, but they don't even know that they're picking a side. You know what I mean? It's just facts. I'm so glad he said this straight up. This is why unity is key. An individual cannot speak for a group, but a group can speak for an individual. Don't let that fly over your head. An individual cannot speak for a group, but a group can speak for an individual. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Ones who are doing this is self-hatred. And it's being propagated everywhere.
It is.
Everybody is allowed to say whatever they want on this topic. No one's getting censored. Watch this. Crown Heights wheelchair incident. If you haven't seen it, you don't need
that part. No one's getting censored. And you guys understand how bad we get censored, right? So for the simple fact you're seeing blatant hate not get censored, message. Remember, like all the conspiracy theories that allow us to know? Message. Keep that in mind. MK Ultra goes in many forms. Agent Smith effect comes in many forms.
Needs to. There's really nothing there. I'm just gonna go over the hate comments that are just readily available, and everyone is just demonstrating their hate. It is blatant. Watch this.
Yeah, this really needs another Germany leader. It's facts, man. It is facts. It's a lot, man.
This would be the incident.
Yeah, the wheelchair incident. I remember that. Don't forget, they're above the law. They're the chosen ones. You know that. That beautiful footage at the end. Love the last picture of him in handcuffs. Why?
I'm gonna throw my boy in here. He's not my boy.
Yeah, Dax is disgusting. This guy he's talking about right now, let me tell you something. He comes off as a P3DO to me anyway, but that's neither here or there. What he's about to point out about Dax is, you know, this 15.2 million followers on TikTok, and you never hear him even take a stand on this stuff. You never hear him talk about the unaliving of Palestinians because of a certain reason, because he's corporate, but he's Christian. He's a Christian holy man of God and doesn't speak on the genocide of children. Children here. And again, I'm not mad at the people of Israel. I'm mad at their government. There's a difference. The system. Remember who our enemy is. It is not the people that walk among us, but the system. Agent Smith, man, comes in many forms. It's just called MK.
boy, because I'm gonna make a video on him after this. So why not just put him in here? As this guy has 15.2 million followers. It's Dax, and he's doing nothing for nobody.
No,
literally.
yep. Facts.
Real great people just
he's a boss.
Using their platforms for the right reason.
Right.
Real godly, man.
And that's the difference, right? Between people like me, people like 77 Truther. We get banned time after time. We don't care if we had 1 million followers, 2 million followers. What's right is right at the end of the day. And if you have a platform, why would you not use your platform to speak on the right things? You know what I mean? To fight for the people, which, not that I remind you, that's what our government's supposed to do, right? So when the people take it amongst themselves to act in the capacity of which their government should be doing, why are we the lepers? That's all I'm saying. That's all he's saying. That's what he's saying right now.
People like me have to step up and lose everything multiple times while these people just do whatever they want for the people in power, have their cake and eat it too. Well, it's not okay, is it?
And claim to be a representation of God. Huh? Yeah, that's what that shit is right there. Sarah always gonna call me during the dance.
Glory be to God.
That's it. I just want to put that out to y'all. You know what I mean? Please, and I don't want people who are, say, follow the religion and they're Judean. We'll say they're Judean, right? I don't want them to think I'm ever attacking them. I'm attacking their government. Like I attack my government. And when I attack my government, what is the intention behind me attacking my government? To make my fellow citizens, people that live in the land that I live in, aware of what is happening. Because they have children. You know, we all want the same things. You know, we want to be left alone. You know, we don't want oppression. We don't want to be oppressed. Our system oppresses us, whether you know it or not. People just aren't conscious of it. We're in a worldwide society of slavery. That's what it is. And I can say it's just my perspective, but listen, when a planet that I'm born on produces the food that I need to eat for free, tell me where is it in law that one must, like the government must make me pay for food that the earth provides for free? The water, planet that is 80% water, I gotta pay for water on a planet that I was born when all this stuff is free. We are oppressed. Then they make up these laws. Then they take your birthright by vernacular. Damn near, I say. By changing the vernacular, by changing your history, by changing everything. We are oppressed. I don't care what you say or how you dress it up or what. That's the problem. And what intention comes from oppression? That's hate. That's an evil vibration. That's a low vibration. You know what I mean? That's why I feel bad for police officers or correctional officers. Like, that's a terrible job to have. That is a low vibrational job. Shit, a job all in itself is low vibrational. But a police officer? Huh? Taxes, it's the same thing. Taxes ain't nothing but slavery too. You listen, man, you don't own nothing. It's an illusion. Everything's an illusion. Your reality is pure illusion that stacked upon illusions. The simulation theory goes deeper than just thinking that this shit is a computer program. Everything is programs. That's why The Matrix really was a documentary. And if you really rewatch The Matrix over and over and over and over, you could watch that movie 100 times and pick up something brand new you didn't see from the first time to the 100th time with all new slots. I'm telling you. That shit was a documentary, man. We're parts of the program. Keep it real. We just don't know it. A lot of us ain't conscious. And I'm not talking about people in my chat. I'm talking about the one who happens to stumble across this video and starts thinking, damn, this is slavery. Shit. If you looked at the handbook on how they controlled slaves back in the day in the 1700s, allegedly 1700s, when slavery started by locking up white people, but they don't want to talk about that. That's a different conversation too. You know what I mean? Slavic people, they were white. A white man was the first slave, and they still want to propagate this 400 years of slavery. Bro, white people have been slaves for thousands of years. We ain't still bringing that up. That's all racial divide. Please understand, every social issue is used to do one thing and one thing only, divide you. They're turning Israel and Palestine into a social issue. Genocide into a social, that is disgusting. And what is it doing? What's it doing? What's it doing right here? What's it doing? What's it doing? Huh? What's that doing? Dividing us. And it's not the people. It's not. It's the fucking systems. It's the government. And you remember that? You remember when they were talking about the whole reason why, October 6th happened, like the reason for it, right? The conspiracy theorists' hypothesis on why this happened. And it all became apparent they want to build a new channel to control the trade routes. So that would seize that lane away from Egypt. Because right now, that canal is controlled by Egypt. So, you know what I mean? Think about it. Which is what? The intention of what? Capitalism, more slavery. They're in a pure apartheid. That's my perspective. I ain't gonna back it up, except for what I understand the definition of what apartheid is. You know what? Let's do that together. Let's educate people properly on what an apartheid is. What a great idea. Let's get educated, people, so when we talk, we know what the hell we're talking about, right? Let's definition of apartheid. And you tell me this isn't what's going on, all right? Come on, it's right there. Let's look at it, right? A political system of segregation or discrimination on grounds of race. Didn't y'all see the beginning of that video I showed y'all? What were they saying?
I don't know why I have to be the one to do this.
Listen to what they were saying. I can't find the original video that I liked. I'm gonna show you my video, unfortunately. Sorry, I gotta kill y'all with my shit.
Can you
Listen
feel
to
the
what they said.
difference in energy?
Listen. This is in New York. This is in New York City, by the way. This is New York City. Good. What the hell did I just do? This is New York City.
Can you feel the difference in energy?
The simple fact that you got a whole bunch of men in New York City, and yes, I know it's those people, but again, I'm not trying to push division here. I'm not. Because I understand they're not thinking their own thoughts. You understand? They are programmed, like racist people are programmed to be. But they said death to Arabs. What's apartheid again? What's apartheid? Segregation on grounds other than race. Other than race. Or on grounds of race. And this instance, they're saying so they can be separated through race or they can be separated through religion. That's what that means. That's what that's the dumbed down version. It's the interpretation. You know what I mean? Or be separated on economics. You understand? That's all apartheid is. You can put anything, you fill in your your verb, your action, or your noun. I'm sorry, fill in your noun. You know what I mean? Fill it in. Economics, economic class. All right, separation of economic class, separation of gender, separation. You know what I mean? That's what would be considered an apartheid, a separation. Tell me that's not what's happening. Do y'all know y'all history about South Africa, which I heard, which was crazy. Actually, I'm not. It's gonna make me stray off. I'm not even gonna go that direction. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna stay home, guys, because I can rant. I can rant. But that's disgusting, though. This whole situation. Again, I do blame them, but I don't, because I have had my own interactions with these types of people, and they do think they're better than us. They do not have any courtesy, and they do not display a people of love, especially when they're supposed to be of God. They're the only religion that doesn't have a hell, by the way, or one of the only religions with no hell. I think they just know the truth that there is no hell, and they use hell, which was also created through the Catholic Church and Christians, which is only 2,000 years old, when the people on this earth, black people, been on this earth for 250,000 years. So where was Jesus then? You don't want to talk about that, though, right? Black people been on the original man 250,000 years more. There's evidence of that for 250,000 years. Christianity is 2,000 years old, guys. You make that make sense. Sorry for being facetious. It is part of the character. I can't, you know what I mean? But my heart is still pure. You know what I mean? I just want, I hate. Does that make sense? I really hate. You know what I mean? I'm not a proponent of it. I'm really not. Like, here, let me, I don't, many times I never highlight this brother. I do not. But since we're talking about this man right now, which has had multiple assassination attempts after him for doing what? Did it sound like he did anything wrong? No, he didn't. He acted accordingly. The same thing as someone walked up in your crib talking about, this is my shit. You as a man, you going to allow that? No, you're going to act accordingly. Well, acting accordingly will get you killed. Hence why there's been many attempts. And I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope he's successful, and I hope other African countries take suit. I hope our countries take suit. I hope all countries take suit, where we don't even have borders no more, which we don't. But that's all staging too. That's another conversation. You know what I mean? But I don't ever highlight or preface this guy, Dr. Umar, because he's a racist. I really think Dr. Umar, now fuck that. It's not think. I know Dr. Umar is a racist. Straight up. But what he says right here is facts.
He wants a religious movement. Everybody don't need to follow the Bible. Everybody don't have to follow the Bible. Christianity is only 2,000 years old. Do you know how old we are? African people, modern Africans, been on the planet 250,000 years old. We've been dealing with God for 250,000 years old, and this man wants me to throw out my spiritual heritage and culture and reduce my association with the Most High to a book that he reads. That's only 2,000 years old, and it's not even that, because after the so-called crucifixion of Jesus, who we can't even prove existed, who we can't even prove existed, the Bible wasn't written down for 100, 200 years after Christ? So the religion might be 2,000 years old. The Bible might have been with us for 1,800 years old? Do you know how ridiculous it would be for a people with 250,000 years of spiritual culture to throw it out to pick up a 2,000-year-old book? That's insanity.
All right, copy. What burn?
He cooked him. He cooked him. And he's fat. He spit facts. Jesus story happened 12 times before Jesus. Krishna, and Adonis. I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean, he cooked him, boy. I love it. He cooked him. He was, hey, man, but he's a racist, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's in the Bible, it says God can use a sinner. That man is straight blood racist. I don't care what you say. Tell me I'm lying. But he is speaking facts right there. He did not lie. That man did not lie just there. He spoke Facts. Like here, what's that? Let me see if I can Google that one picture. Hold on. You know what I mean? Multiple stories of Christ. I missed the T. Let's see. Let's just go to images. Let's go to images. See if I can find this one picture. No. I messed it up. Deity. Oh look, Mithras. I forgot about Mithras. Another one. Here's a old common picture right here, right? Look at this. Oh, come on. Y'all can see that right there. Look at all these. These are just 5 of them right here. Horus, born of a virgin, star in the east. Oh, you bum ass. Star in the east, walked on water, healed the sick, restored sight, crucified, dead for 3 days, resurrected. Sound familiar? Let's go to the next one. Mithra. And that was 5,000 years old, that Horus one. And there's 5 others before this. This is the funny part, right? 5 other stories like this before these 4 you're seeing. No, I'm lying. There's 7 others. Born of a virgin. This is Mithra. Born of a virgin. Born on December 25th. Star in the east. Had 12 disciples. Performed miracles. Dead for 3 days. Resurrected. Krishna, which is Hindu. All right. Born of a virgin. Star in the east. Performed miracles. Called Son of God. Son of a carpenter. Resurrected. Adonis, right? Born of a virgin. Born on December 25th. Traveling teacher. Turned water into wine. Called Holy Child. Jesus Christ, all of above. You know? Huh? Did I ruin your day? I didn't ruin your day, did I? I hope I didn't. I'm just saying, we can do better. How many times are we going to accept lies? That's diabolical. It really is. I mean, come on, bro. Look, what is it? Christ figures who predate Christ. This is crazy work. 10 Christ figures who predate Jesus. Huh? Y'all want to read this? Chat, talk to me. I'll go on to the next subject if y'all want me not to, because this is very clippable. You can mess with people with this. A gun. They call him son of a gun. I recently watched a documentary, Zeitgeist. I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. As well as Bill Maher's movie Religious. Both made mention of claims of often made that there are many stories that predate Jesus but have striking parallels. I decided to follow up on these claims and see what kind of information was out there to substantiate these assertions. I found several websites run by Christians who obviously dispute all claims of any parallel to the life of Jesus. I also found several interesting books on the subject, such as The World's 16 Crucified Saviors, Christianity Before Christ by Kirsty Graves, and The Christ Conspiracy, The Sons of God, Krishna, Buddha, and Christ Unveiled. And there's many other literature out there. You know what I mean? They got some canonized texts. Look, like 10, Buddha. Let's go through them all. All same story. You didn't know Buddha had that same story, did you? You bet the majority of people didn't know that. Krishna, which the name Christ comes from. Facts. Odysseus. Romulus, right? Dionysus. I can't pronounce that one. Hercules. Glycon. Zoroaster, I can't pronounce that. I'm going to butcher it. The Attis of Pythagoras. Horus. You know what I'm saying? Come on. What are we doing? Listen, remember we tried to tell y'all that Jesus got married, had a daughter and all that stuff? Wait, I think I saved this video. I think I did. Let me explain this to
The ice cube neutrino detector.
Explain this to me.
So we can move. He wants a religious
I
movement.
want y'all to explain this. Did I get him? Did I get Gnostic Pope? I hope I saved this video. Oh, maybe it's on my likes. I'll just go to his page. Here he is. There we go. Listen.
So there's this really old book that's called The Gospel According to John, and it quite literally talks about Jesus Christ getting married.
The Gospel of John. Right? This is John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, which is frequency. It's a description of frequency, people. Yeah, I mean, straight up. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him. Let's see what he says about John and the misinterpretation that they give us. And I like Gnostic Pope. He knows what he's talking about. And if y'all ever try to challenge Gnostic Pope, be careful. You better know what the hell you're talking about, because he will make you look dumb. You might not like his approach. You might call him arrogant, but the man is humble. The man, he has his own quirky ways, but we all do. I'm quirky too. We're all quirky. Love people's quirkiness, because it's not what you're like, and you don't want to be no carbon copy of you, you know? But he will educate your ass.
By the way, this research is exactly what got me my PhD in religious studies. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through step by step through the first 3 chapters. John chapter 1 is literally the preparation for the wedding. And no, not the marriage to the church, because the church didn't exist.
Now, a lot of this is, I would love, honestly, because he's a believer of Christ, but he just knows the proper interpretation of it. He pushes what I push. No cap. We've had conversations. He says I'm completely right with Christ consciousness, and that the world has it taken too literal. I've talked to this guy. All right. The church doesn't teach that. The church talks about this marriage being with the church, and I love how I would love to see him go and debate. That's why I want to say this. I would love to see him debate Wesley Huff. He would eat him alive. Eat him alive. I'm telling you. But you'll never see that. That's why I think the whole Billy Carson, Wesley Huff thing was planned. That was a humiliation ritual. I'm telling y'all. Ugh.
And the Greek words to refer to him as the bridegroom is a literal bridegroom, not a metaphor. First, Jesus is initiated into the wisdom traditions inside of the womb of wisdom, which is the Holy Spirit, the mother that descended upon him. Jesus lived a perfect, sinless life, therefore he did not need...
Real quick, the 30 people that are in here right now, please hit the like button on the video. I should have 30 likes. Please, I need to get these likes up. It's just the only way they'll push my content to the page. Please like it, guys. We got to get people on my YouTube. Excuse me again, I'm sorry. Yeah, I would love... I'm going to reach him out. Him and 77 Truther I've already sent messages to. I would love to. I want to start getting these truthers all together in one chat. I'm glad you said that. We should do a podcast together. I am reaching out to these people where I can get them in and do more than Tommy, because Tommy gets me banned. I need to get some people that are also educated. You know what I mean? Tommy is educated, but he's educated in psychological operations. You know what I mean? Intelligence. Tommy is not on the spiritual essence tip. You know what I mean? He's more on optics. He's more on covert operations, you know what I mean? Psychological operations. He knows about that within the branches of our government and the elite. That is his specification. But when it comes to spirituality, Tommy's not in there with that. You know what I mean? My man is right now healing. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. I forget. So I love Tommy for that reason, because Tommy will tell you what's going on in real world, like in real live terms of what this means and all that, you know. But spiritually, no. I need to diversify the people that are coming on the podcast. Tommy will always have a place though on my podcast. I just need more, you know what I mean? And more than me, because I'm here to learn too. I'm here to learn. That's why y'all are here. Y'all are here to learn. We're learning together. Believe that. I'm dead serious. So yeah, I have reached out to him. If you notice some of the times the comment, I'm like, yo, jump on the podcast. I always said that. Q half this week, Tommy this week too. I talked to Tommy yesterday. Q half will probably be Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know exactly what day, but definitely this week we are going to be doing a podcast, and it will only be on freaking YouTube. Well, hopefully it'll be on TikTok too, but we got to see.
Baptism to relinquish him of his sins because he didn't have any, leaving one other option for this part to be highlighted in the story. Water baptism was literally the preparation for a literal wedding. Even the disciples being gathered.
A water baptism was the literal process for a wedding. We were not taught that. See that? Like, we were not taught that. Listen, I've been Christian for years. I can name scripture. 1 Corinthians 10:13. You always hear me say that no temptation has seized you except what is common to man. God is faithful. He'll not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when tempted, he'll provide a way out so you can stand up under it. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Any man in Christ is a new creation. The old is gone, the new has come. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that strengthen me. The shortest scripture in the Bible is 2 words. Jesus wept. You know what I mean? I know the word a little bit. I can keep going, but y'all get the point. So I've never heard some of the stuff this guy says. I've read some of it, but never heard it explained. The more you know. And I'm stupid, guy. I'm an ex-drug addict. It doesn't mean I can't memorize.
Literally mirroring the wedding witnesses assembling. As also being an ordained minister that has married someone before, there has to be 2 witnesses.
Right.
Even in first century Jewish traditions. John chapter 2 is literally talking about a wedding in Cana, aka his wedding that he was being prepared for in the previous chapter.
So Jesus got married. And this isn't a marriage to the church. I know this is a long-winded video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but just to show you that it's just misinterpreted. You know what I mean? It really is. It really is. It really is. Like, you got to start asking certain questions. How did a civilization know about the Dogons? The Dogons, you know what I'm talking about? Those are actually 2 separate tribes that are all part of the same tribe, though. How did they know about a certain celestial star system? You know what I mean? Sirius A or something, Sirius B? How did they know? Trey, you're not stupid. Nah, I mean, I'm not the smartest, though, you know? I'm not stupid, you know? But I could, listen, what makes someone smart or makes someone dumb isn't how much information they know. Let me say that. Let's get that out the way. Your intelligence, or what measures intelligence, isn't about how much information you can memorize. That is not true intelligence at all. It's not. It just proves that you're no different than a computer. Is a computer intelligent? Well, today AI is, if it's starting to make conscientious decisions and choices. That's what's scary, because then if you can make a conscious choice, that means you can have a motive and intention. You know what I mean? And again, where's power of action come from? Intention. So you're giving intentions from a robot. Who are giving it those intentions? Is it programmed, or is it really acting its own accord? That's the whole gray area with AI. It really is. You know? But like I said, intelligence isn't measured by how much memorization you have. Please know that. Or how much. Think about all the things we do know. Trivial things. Like name every star cast member on Friends. That doesn't make you smart. You know what I mean? Just because I talk about subatomic particles in empty space does not make me smart. No, it does not. And I can explain it and talk lightly about it in conversation. That's about it. But I couldn't break down molecules to you and how much protons, neutrons, electrons make a complete atom. That's smart. You know what I mean? Alchemy is smart. You know what I find to be smart? The way I love my son. The way I make conscious decisions not to be detrimental to my life. That's intelligence. You know? Knowing that we're being lied to on a global scale on every moral fiber that I've ever been given has been a lie. That's smart. Being able to see the matrix for what it is smart. To understand the deception behind religion is smart. To not be lied to and tricked is smart. That's intelligence. And street smart people are the smartest people in the world. I've been to prison, guys. Y'all know this. I've been to prison, right? I've met some of the most intelligent people, some of the most caring people, some of the most good-hearted people in a room full of killers. Dead serious. I'm dead serious. The system, they just got caught up, man. I've met a lot of innocent people in prison, which makes you think, why? And that's crazy to say. Listen, I got to say this. I'm going to get my big screen. I've met a lot of innocent people in prison. And I'm not saying it's like 50% innocent, no. But I boldly say about 30. Man, and I think I'm lowballing them, and I think I'm lowballing it. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. 30, I'm dead serious. So when y'all see, he got locked up for this, man, he got locked up for that. Like for instance, right? A woman can destroy a man's life in 2025. You know how many men are in prison right now because of women? And this ain't a social issue. I'm just talking about the system here. Don't be mad at those women. Those women are being manipulated. And again, they're not thinking their own thoughts. But I digress. You know how many men are in prison right now for doing nothing? I know this is a saying I used to hear all the time. I didn't go to jail until I got married. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta walk away, bro. You hear that shit? Man, be careful. Listen to what I'm saying real quick, bro. I'm dead. A lot of truthers and a lot of God bodies in prison, man. I met a lot of God bodies. They said, which God body is a 1%er. I'm not gonna get into all that. But they say, peace, God. That's when you hear that God at the end. They call each other God, like we do. You know what I'm saying? I talked to some lawyers. Yeah. It says, study said 50% of prisoners are innocent, and look at that. And it could be more if they had good lawyers. That is not satire. And I said 30. You know what I mean? I said 30. And I was being low. That is real. And the only reason it's that way is because of what? The system. The system. And they make you think that's slavery. Well, if going to prison is part of the capitalistic society, what does that make capitalism? Go ahead, say it. You can say it. Well, what's that make capitalism if prison is part of the capitalism society and you say prison is slavery? You can say it. Say it out loud so you can wake up. Say it. That's real. That is real. That's diabolical. Let's continue on, man. Let's continue on, man. I love today. We love woken up. I know we talk about a lot of depressing things, but please know it is always positive out here. We just got to move right. It's all about information. It's all about knowing who you are, man. It's all about seeing the landscape start landscaping. So you can then convince other people, hey, listen, I'm not trying to make you think like I'm thinking, but I'm trying to make you think and understand what I'm thinking. So that we can change shit. You know what I mean? Again, a person does not speak for the group. An individual cannot speak for a group, but a group can speak for an individual. Know that. That power is used against us only in an evil way. That's what BLM is. That's what all that is. That's what our government is. That's what Republican and Democrat is. That is the group speaking for the individual, which is you. Now you understand why we got to all start thinking the same thing? Not thinking alike, but understanding our system alike. That's the difference. You get what I'm saying? Message. I'm on a roll today, guys. I love y'all, man. Hope everybody's day's going good. Happy Monday, man. Be cheerful. I know Mondays suck, but hey, you're here with me, bruh. You're here with me, bruh. Let's go on. Let's talk about data real quick. And I will show this video right here that's right above my head. Look, let me show you. That guy right there, this is what a father does. This shit made me cry, man, because this is what I wish I had my father do to me. I had to show y'all this today because shout out to all the good fathers out there, man. Straight up. And as a parent, we know there's going to come a time and place where we're no longer going to be able to protect our children because the world is the world. And we're only hoping that we'll be able to give our child the correct information to survive in this world because we're not always going to be there. We can get out the nest, man, and things happen and children, we just want to make sure they make the right choices. And this video is real. This is shout out to the father, man. That's all I'm going to say. No, I'm going to show this now because I already bigged it up.
I don't want to compare it to no game. I done all I can do. Think about what you do before you do it. Please be safe. Respect everybody. Treat everybody with love. Respect your mama.
Good man.
Take care of your little brothers and sisters. Okay? Please.
He's picking his son up from prison right now. And this is the first conversation that this man is having, picking his son up from prison.
Yeah, for me, man. I can't protect you from life. I wish I could. Yeah, I can't protect you from everything. You gotta make good decisions. One bad decision, son, I swear it'll fuck up your whole life. Don't do that to yourself. Respect all females. Be courteous. Be honorable. Have morals. Stand on something. Whatever it is you believe in, stand on it.
That's right. That's right. He said, whatever you believe in it. Stand on it. Like, he's not telling them what to believe. He's just saying what you choose to believe, you stand on that shit. Stand on it, bruh. That is a bar. Oh.
Respect your mama, man. You hear me? Respect your mama. We gonna be okay, but respect your mama. I love you, man. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, man. It's always gonna be okay. Just pray. Pray and make right decisions, man. It'll be okay.
Attention in the terminal.
You hear me?
Attention in the terminal. If you forgot your cell phone,
If you ever need me, reach out to me, call me.
That's right.
We can talk about it, we're gonna get you through it.
come back and see me.
Whatever that is. Females, whatever.
That's right.
Son, I put nobody above you in this lifetime.
That's a bar.
Nobody is above you
That's a bar.
in this life. Nobody. Nobody is above you, son. Your daddy got you, man.
That shit's triggering for me. Not gonna lie. Because that's everything that I wish I had as a kid. And it's also why I father the way I do. You know? Even being here is hard at times. That's why y'all heard of my son yesterday when you coming home. You know? Because I understand about the absence of me, how that affects him. And that hurts. And I always wish I had this right here. And I want to show you all the comments. That's why I moved this down. But, like, there's a lot of men out there that with single mothers that are wishing they had that. I'm trying to tell you something. Don't let your bitterness do that to your son. Don't. Because you want your son to be a man. Sometimes they need a man to show them. You know what I mean? Because men hold a lot of things in. And the way they feel love is by seeking attention. I'm going to keep it on the eye. That's how I did it. You know? Still in kind of am doing a form of it, even though I make content. I just have more intention, a different purpose towards it. It isn't from a traumatic perspective, but that's how I was. I used to laugh at everything I used to say, just talking to laugh because I was always wondering what people thought about me or whatever the case may be. I would laugh at my own pain. Didn't know I was doing it. I was suppressing a lot. A lot of us did, you know? But shout out him, man. He was picking his son up from prison and dropping him off at the train station saying, I can't come to another jail, bro. I'm not coming to another prison. Have that conversation, man. Sometimes your son needs to see you cry. He really does. That was a great video. That video triggered me because that's the first thing I thought, man. I was like, man, I wish I had that. I wish I had that so much. You know? And my dad's dying right now. But when I just, y'all know what I'm saying. Some of y'all that didn't have your parents in your life, y'all know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. That was a good video. All right, let's get back to conspiracy. Nah, I'm just saying, man. It's some real shit, bro. That's some real shit, man. Oh, man.
Pay attention.
Wait, what? I don't know what this is, but we're going to watch it.
Boys and girls, because here's something that's going to slide under the radar because nobody really pays attention, I guess, except me. In front of the U.S. Supreme Court today, the Trump administration argued that they can arrest anyone at any...
Oh, yeah. Let me bring my shit back up, guys. Hold on. I remember what this is. I want y'all to listen to this because, you know, they keep saying we're Germany, right? I keep saying that, right? So... the one question I've been asking myself, because I've been seeing us look like Germany, I'm not going to lie. What is our equivalence of the camps going to look like? You know what I mean? Amber, don't feel here, bro. Well, what is our equivalence of camps? Is it going to be the prison system with them deporting only illegals? Or is that going to trickle down to the citizens? You might want to listen to this. Listen. And if you want, if I get a whole bunch of people in my comments say research that right now, we will. I want you to listen to it in full. I will not interrupt it. Listen to it in full. If I see research on the chat, we're going to go look everything up he said.
He wants to...
And that's why he's been...
Pay attention, boys and girls, because here's something that's going to slide under the radar because nobody really pays attention, I guess, except me. In front of the U.S. Supreme Court today, the Trump administration argued that they can arrest anyone at any time for any reason, whether they're a citizen or non-citizen, and ship them overseas to a prison outside of the United States. Now, they're talking about Venezuela, but they're saying they can do it at any time, anywhere, to any prison in the world outside of the U.S. for any reason they want. And the courts have no jurisdiction to stop them. This is what the Solicitor General of the United States argued in court today in front of the Supreme Court. We told you before the election that Donald Trump thinks he's Putin and wants to be Putin and wants to be Kim Jong-un. You people said we didn't know what we were talking about. This is right out of Project 2025, the white Christian nationalist agenda. And Trump's people argued it today in front of the Supreme Court. You don't believe me? Google it and look it up. Pay attention, boys and girls, because here's something that's going to slide.
Do you want to Google and look this up, guys? At the Supreme Court, right? When was this made? 2 days ago. So he said today, right? So that was 2 days ago. What date was that then? That was the 26th then. Yeah. Oh. Hey, guys, look. Hold on, I gotta show y'all this. I'm not going to get off the subject. This is a picture of my baby. Hold on. I gotta show you my baby because my baby's y'all baby. Look, guys, look at little AJ. Hold on. Oh, no, I know I'm messing up. I'm doing y'all a disservice. I got a big ass camera. Look at my boy. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I do it for. The reason that picture was taken because it's inside of a rose bush behind her. It's not a rose bush, but it's a type of rose bush that only blossoms once a year for 3 to 4 weeks, and then it goes back to leaves. So that I said every time that blossoms, we're gonna take a picture of it with AJ in front of it. And I got some old pictures of him when he first started, so every year we can see the progression. My boy's getting big. He wants to grow his hair out, I agree. But I'm sorry, I just wanted to show y'all that. That's my boy, man. Shout out AJ. Shout out my little man AJ. But y'all want to research that? It's 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Look it up. All right, let me get some keywords, what I should exactly look up here. Let's go.
Under the radar because nobody really pays attention, I guess, except me. In front of the U.S. Supreme Court today, the Trump administration argued that they can arrest anyone at any time for any reason, whether they're a citizen.
Did the Trump administration argue at the Supreme Court they can arrest any citizen or non-citizen and send them to a prison. Is that how we should say it? Trump admit. Oh, I hit the caps. Admit. Yeah, shit. What the fuck? Okay. Go to all. Oh shit. Let's hear strictly from the White House.
Thank you. A few things.
Karen Levitt and Tom Homan hold White House press briefing to tout immigration actions. Let's see this.
You guys arrested a Milwaukee County Circuit judge for allegedly helping illegal immigrants get away. As you guys look at other judges, would you ever arrest somebody higher up on the judicial food chain, like a federal judge or even a Supreme Court justice?
Well, that's a hypothetical question. Again, I defer you to the Department of Justice for individuals that they are looking at or individual cases. But let's be clear about what this judge did. She obstructed federal law enforcement who were looking for an illegal alien in her courthouse. She showed that illegal alien the door to evade law enforcement officials. That is a clear...
That's not what we're looking for. I just saw that. Kevin Levitt with the Trump administration ever seek arrest. I just read that quick. Hold on. We need... Trump says... Not defying the Supreme Court. This was 3 days ago. Let me try. Sarah, I'm on the podcast. You should know that by now. It's the same time every day. I like the picture.
I didn't know that.
Bye. Trump administration, Supreme Court. Arresting civilians or non-civilians. Yes, that's what I want to do. Let's go. This matter concerns the detention and removal of Venezuelan nationals. See. American citizens wrongly detained in Trump. What? In the early morning order today, the Supreme Court ordered the Trump administration to temporarily cease deporting a group of Venezuelans. All right. A federal judge accused the Trump administration of trying to obstruct the truth about wrongful deportation. I don't think it's about citizens. See, this is why we got to research shit. You know what I mean? And that's the only one I see like I'm going to click on. The divided court found that the President Trump can use the 18th century wartime law to deport Venezuelan migrants accused of being gay. Right now, I'm just seeing about Venezuelans. I'm not seeing nowhere American citizens. And this is why we research shit. You know what I mean? Because what did that video? Did that? Sarah, why? I can't. You're good, buddy. Did that video sound like they're arresting Americans? Right? So I don't like that. And not to say that the media or this Google source is the know-all be-all. You know what I mean? But I would hope, like, there's a fact check on this. Like, I don't trust fact checking. You guys understand exactly what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But hold on, let me get this back. I don't know what's going on here, man. But I'm looking for some aggressive attack on migrant. All right, let me see what this PBS says. Let's see. Right now, they are talking about a Supreme Court justice obstructing immigration or justice, whatever, you know what I mean? And I guess that's her moral fiber saying, no, you can't deport these Venezuelans because of accusations and no charges because they weren't a gang and they didn't commit no crime over here and they were brought over here. They didn't sneak over here. You know what I mean? They were told to come over here illegally, which is crazy work. You know what I mean? Which is almost sounds like that's what our new camp situation of Germany is going to be like. But let's read what this says real quick. Or we can just see what this says.
That
American
is utterly
citizens wrongly
remarkable.
detained in Trump's administration.
Whales coming up.
Hold on.
This is huge.
Here we go. The more whales you have, the healthier the ocean
I will
is.
say why this
They're the
commercial's going
biggest
on.
land
Them
animals
going and
that
locking
have
up
ever
like
existed.
college
The most special thing
students
is
that are
going
here
somewhere
on a
that
visa
nobody ever has before.
for college is disgusting. They're not criminals, and we've been seeing that. You know what I mean? That's not what we mean by like illegal immigrants. Someone who's in fucking college who registered.
Last night, a federal judge in Maryland said the Trump administration is trying to obstruct the truth about the wrongful deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia to El Salvador. The judge added the administration's refusal to answer questions about its assertion that Garcia is an MS-13 gang member, nor provide details about its contract with the Salvadoran government, quote,
Listen. How many of y'all believe he's MS-13? I don't. That's like saying you're an anti-Semitic. They're trigger words to give the reason behind the means of their actions. Understand the playbook, know it. That's how I get it. Ain't no different by calling you an anti-Semite. Ain't no different by calling you a racist. Ain't no different by calling you pro-life or pro-choice or whatever. It ain't no different than saying Black Lives Matter. It ain't no different than saying KKK. It ain't no different. You get what I'm saying?
reflects a willful and bad faith refusal to comply with discovery obligations.
Addressing the case this week, President Trump repeatedly said he wants to bypass due process required by the Constitution in order to fulfill his migrant crackdown.
All right, so that's what they mean. I understand now what they mean by saying citizens or non-citizens, right? What they're saying is if you, this is diabolical because you're seeing college students and whatever get locked up, right? And that post he made is very misleading because it isn't dissected properly. You got it, like again, a person who is here legally they're getting deported through fear tactics of MS-13. That dude probably didn't do nothing wrong, which he didn't because there's no charges pending with him. They just took him out of here and labeled MS-13, and he's probably coming through the legal way. So yeah, he would be labeled a citizen. So it's all dealing with illegal immigration, but people that are born here don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? That's what every day is talking about. They're coming after people with green cards who are in the process of legal immigration. And that's what that is. That again, that's why we research, why we like to spit facts here. Because that is very misleading. I'm sorry. When he said that, I'm like, whoa, they're locking up as citizens and shipping them in other prisons, which we all heard that homegrown comment that he made in the White House when he brought the El Salvador president to the Oval Office and was speaking on their prison reform. And if you guys have ever seen how prisons in El Salvador operate, shit. Shout out prisons. Vitalis was in court today, 26 years. Philippines. There are people from the Philippines that understand their jail system. No extradition. Vitaly is going to die in that prison. That's what the people around that area say because of how their prisons are. They're going to get him so fast. He's a dead man. R.I.P. Vitaly, but that is karma. You know what I mean? That is karma. Makes me, I know a lot of pedophiles out there. A lot of pedos are happy as hell right now. My man cracked a Walt Disney writer. Like, come on, bro. You know, like a lot of pedos out there are happy as hell. It's diabolical work right there, bro. Let's continue on. I got
Citizen or non-citizen.
That's some bullshit, brother. It's misleading as fuck. Let's go back. What else should we talk about? Let's talk about
So this guy bought this LG washing machine that was smart and Wi-Fi enabled. And one day he was looking at his internet consumption and realized.
See something. I gotta read a comment. I stopped donating, voting, rounding up. Donating, aka pay taxes. I love that. I stopped donating, voting, rounding up change for decades. Shit's a scam. Government's a scam. Time to be free and live in the land. Talk that shit. Amen, Brett. Publicly execute pedos. That's a little too far. I say castration though. Absolutely. Listen, it's a privilege, first off, to be in connection with a woman, right? In that way. So when you defile, when you abuse that sanctimonious ass moment, I believe you should punish. You should live life. Listen, death is easy. All he's going to do is come back and learn nothing. Listen, you want to unalive a pedo. Why? So he can become a kid again? You're doing him a favor. You know what I mean? You're better off chopping off his balls, make him a eunuch, and then let him work the rest of his life in prison, or not even in prison, in the real world, free, whatever, do his little time, whatever, and then, yeah, he can't fuck no more. What's he gonna do? He lost his dick. Yeah, I bet you people will stop raping women, stop touching kids immediately. That is a quick, and I'm not talking about no chemical castration. No. You're going to get a hot blade, put it on a fire, and watch that shit come right through like butter. Gone. You got to pee out a tube for the rest of your life. You got to have an equipment. You got to now augment yourself. That should be the first steps of transhumanism. I digress. I got to be careful. Yeah, but you agree? Who agrees? Cut that shit off. You lost the privilege to use it. Yeah, I mean, we tried to trust you with it, but then, cut that shit off.
So this guy bought this LG washing machine that was smart and Wi-Fi enabled. And one day he was looking at his internet consumption and realized,
what the fuck? Why is my LG washing machine using 3.6 gigabytes? Gigabytes? There's some phones out there that ain't got 3.6. Yo.
realized that the washing machine was using 3.5 gigabyte of data a day. He went on to find out, he was shocked. He was highly suspicious. What kind of information is this washing machine sharing? Well, apparently washing machines are collecting a significant amount of data, including personal information, date of birth, location, access to photos. Now, this is what many people are wondering. The Internet of Things, right? Everything being wireless, everything being smart, collecting data, and it goes down a rabbit hole, similar to a lot of theories that's already out there. And that's why I really don't have any smart things in my home, other than this phone, and I think that's about it.
Right.
I don't have any newly enabled Wi-Fi fridge.
Now, guys, I want you guys to understand this, right? Downloadable laundry cycles, obviously for DLCs. You guys know why they want everything to be smart, right? Don't you think? Imagine if we had a social credit system where they measured your intake of everything you consume, your total consumption of water, your total consumption of air, your total consumption of gas, your total consumption of how much meat you eat, your total consumption of how much carbs you eat, because now you got refrigerators that clock and tell you when you need to go to the store and buy shit. That's more data. Why are they collecting all this data on us to the fiber of our nutrients, our nutrition? You know what I mean? What is the darker agenda? Something to think about. A lot of y'all got Alexa in your home right now. You need to throw that motherfucker in the trash. Your phone's already listening to you. You don't need something else listening to you. If I didn't make content, I think I would have a flip phone. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. Woo! That's diabolical. But y'all know what the end times here, bro. The end times here. Look. You guys want to see someone making fun of us? You guys want to you want to see the GOAT, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, make fun of us? Make fun of us woke people? Here's a laugh.
And that's why he's been tripped up and
No, he wild out. He made this when he made Tropic Thunder, and I just saw this not too long ago. Me. Don't start giving spiritual advice to people when we get there. This is also me.
he's late on his car payments and all that stuff.
What does this mean for us?
It means you being psychically attacked. You're son number 3. They're coming at you from all angles. They're coming at you from the Sirius, right? They're coming at you from the Orion, okay? Which also connects to Dan, right? Dan's best friend, man's best friend. That's dog. That's the dog star. That's Sirius. That's some serious shit, man. And this, of course, here is a dream catcher. So all his dreams are being caught and he can't move on. And that's going back and forth and like that, like a spider web, which is, of course, connecting to the eye of Horus, which is 7777, that's .001, which also goes up. That was the first time he ever swung a baseball bat. Now, what we got here is the baseball ain't hitting the bat because the seams are 17. And that's why.
Hey, yo, fuck you, Robert Downey Jr. Hey, yo, that right there, this shit right here, that is Unc 607. How can this man get the circuit to all these I'm sorry, but would y'all say I'm more intelligent or more inclined or more aware than Unc 607? I've been around longer than Unc 607. Huh? How's this man come with no followers? He said one viral thing. I sacrificed my son. I sacrificed my son. Stop playing with me. I was in the Illuminati. I know what the Illuminati is. I had to get out the Illuminati. That's why I sacrificed my son. Stop playing with me. With a cup. That man is retarded. Retarded. How can you take that man seriously when he say he a Crip and a Blood? He GD and BD. Like, bro, this is what society props up. I hate it. I hate this place. You know what I mean? Straight nut. He be saying some things sometimes, though. Sometimes he be saying some things, but it's just like he be saying the shit that everyone already knows. Just, you know what I mean? Like, no, they lying to you. They lying to you. They lying to you, cuz. They lying to you. No, stop playing with me. That nigga dumb, man. He dumb as hell. This is why I gotta show you this, but I don't. I kind of want to guide. I want to guide. No, I'm not. I'm going to stop it before he says something. Just listen.
I actually spent a long time in my animal brain, which is a very horrible place to be.
What do you mean by you spent a long time in your animal brain?
You're in flight or fight. You don't even sleep. It's like really not a good place to be. And if anybody looks at you the wrong way, you want to bite them. And sometimes you say and do things that are socially unacceptable. You know, I went and got a brain scan by this guy called Daniel Amen, who's this brain guy. He's against all psych meds and stuff, but he thinks like, let me have a look at your brain.
Right,
he works
MRI,
with a lot of,
right?
Yeah, he works with a lot of football players and guys who've had brain injuries. Man, it's thirsty in here. So
why is he so thirsty? Fucking vampire.
He looks at my brain and he opens the file and I'm in there with the guy and he looks up and he goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I think so." He came over and he sat next to me, but very slowly and cautiously. He said, "No, you're not."
What do you think he had wrong with him, bro? What do you think was wrong with Mel Gibson to have his brain so fucked up? PTSD, right? What as an actor with all that money would make your brain so fucked up to the point where you have a doctor who studies the brain, approaches you in a calm and slow, steady pace, which shows that you're a person that is highly agitatable. Fucking stupid. Sorry. You get agitated very easily. Agitatable. But I digress. Let's see what he says.
"You got the worst case of PTSD I have ever seen." And I said, "You mean like even worse than guys in war and shit like that?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Worse than guys in war. Yes, thank you, Helena. Thank you. That's exactly what that is. Also, with more, though, you got to also think about what he's witnessed. And Mel Gibson, all of a sudden, was part of the Hollywood elite scene, and then he pivoted and went right to Christianity because that man saw some things. You know, he saw some things with children that that's why he came out and now speaks. And now I think he's more controlled now as a controlled op person. But I believe they shut him the fuck up real quick, and said, "Listen, you can do and talk your God thing, but you ever mention certain things, you're done." And he just know he chalked it up to the game. He figures he could do more help here than he could do harm. Me, you can kill me now. I'm ready. I'm going out my ass, 45 degrees. But that's diabolical. My man seen some shit. He is whack. He's wacky as hell. Like, I'm not a Mel Gibson fan. Something always rubs me off with Mel Gibson. And people like, oh, he's a truth teller. No, he's not. He's the worst kind. That man right here, this man, is the worst kind of agent because he plays like he's one of us. He's not. He is not one of us. Not saying that he can't not be that. I mean, unity is the key, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? As much as we want unity, isolation breeds elevation. Remember that.
Didn't I tell y'all when y'all see this face that I'm about to drop a truth bomb on you? There is a clip that is going around.
This guy's going to proclaim that, listen, this is entertainment purposes. I'm not even saying I believe this. Again, I just like to look at perspective. I'm a critical thinker. But this man is going to push that this guy is a demonic energy. Anything. And this is from a Christian perspective. Again, not all spirituality that's not Christian is demonic. I digress.
Because Michael B. Jordan, his middle name is Bakari, but he also says that in this clip that he's a Babalawo. And we're going to find out what that means. Let's watch.
B. Jordan, the B stands for Bakari, which means of noble promise.
Correct. You know your stuff.
All right. Who gave you that name?
His name is Bakari, which means of noble promise. What the fuck is demonic about that? I digress.
And how do you think it shaped the man you are today?
I'm a Babalawo, and my mom, when I was born, I got the name, fresh out the womb, and I just try to, live in that purpose, everyday sin.
So a Babalawo is a priest.
Ready? He's going to try to spin it demonic. Tell me that where you see demonic in this. Ready? I'm going to read it to you. It's a priest or a diviner in the Yoruba religion, especially in the Ifa spiritual system. The word Babalawo or Yoruba means the father of mysteries or father of secrets. That means it's demonic.
Priest or diviner in the Yoruba religion, especially in the Alpha spiritual system. The word Babalawo in Yoruba means father of mysteries or father of secrets. Babalawos are experts in Alpha divination and are responsible for communicating with the divine through a system called Alpha.
Oh, they communicate with the divine. Yeah, that's demonic.
Using tools like the Opeli divination chain or Ekin sacred palm nuts, they provide spiritual guidance, help people solve problems, perform rituals, and maintain a connection between humans in the spiritual world. This sounds like some demonic stuff.
What sounds demonic about that? Divine? Well, what is demonic about that? You bot? What? And look, he's going to try to spin it. Oh, because he's talking to spirits. That means he's talking to the dead. He didn't say that. It doesn't even say that anywhere. He's going to spin a narrative. Be careful.
Because it sounds like it, because it is. He's saying he channels spirits. He connects with the dead. Okay.
When did it say that? What? When did it say that? Oh, because his name stands for something, you're now trying to spin a narrative because of what his name stands for. As an actor, he's demonic. I hate this place. So when you channel Christ, is that demonic too? Nah, why? Because it's Christ, right? Message.
Okay, so what is Alpha divination?
I don't trust anybody who channels anything anyway, you know what I mean? But people say they channel their inner child. You channel your inner child, all right? Is that demonic too? That doesn't make all channeling demonic.
It is a system of divination practiced by the Yoruba people of West Africa, particularly in Nigeria.
Why is it such a demonic practice when black people channel their ancestral lineage? Huh? Yes, connecting with the dead is demonic, but in this explanation, he says he's connecting with the dead. The explanation didn't say he was connecting with the dead. It said he was connecting with the divine. Amber? Good point, Trey. Thank you. Right. That's what I hate people that do this. You know what I mean? It's because they're in dogmatic. It's like you know what this guy's doing right now? Ain't no different than him spinning his perspective on the Republican Party. Ain't no different than him spinning his perspective on the Democratic Party as a supporter. See the difference? See? That's what religion is. That's what Christianity is. You're a Republican or Democrat. You're no different. You're the same bullshit.
It involves a diviner known as a babalawo who uses divination, tray, and tapper to interpret the will of the gods and spirits, unlike other forms of divination.
You see what I'm saying? To interpret the will of the gods. See, it's only when black people do it. It's okay when you do it. It's all right when I do it. Fuck them. Ah! I'm just keeping it real. That's disgusting. I'm so tired of that shit. That's just real. But listen, guys, I might. I'll show this one.
In 2011, Kelly Williams Bowler spent 9 days in jail for sending her daughters to a high-performing school outside of her district. She had unknowingly broken a law called boundary hopping. In the land of opportunity, that law is meant to make sure poor, underprivileged folk don't better educate themselves without that white man stamp of approval. America promises equal opportunity to everyone. No matter who you are, you can go to a good school, get a great job, live in a great house. But none of that is possible without that white man stamp of approval. Don't believe me? Here, I'll prove it to you. Can you get a good job earning a living wage without that white man stamp of approval? Making minimum wage, he would have to work 140 hours a week, or better put, 24 hours a day, 6 days a week to earn a living wage. Now, if that makes you go into work tomorrow and ask your boss,
take away white man, and please understand it's not the white man. It's the Semitic man. But all he understands it as the white man. This is what Kyrie Irving was trying to put people on, and they shut Kyrie the fuck up fast because they don't want white and black people uniting. They rather have this rhetoric right here. What Colin Kaepernick's doing right now, perfect. But what Kyrie's doing, no. Don't wake the people up.
for a raise, be prepared. You're probably going to need that white man stamp of approval to get
facts,
it.
though.
So now you want to buy a house,
facts. It's just
and you
not
have
white
to get a
man.
loan.
It's the Semitic man.
I think you can see where this is going. In 2015, 27.4% of black applicants were denied mortgages, more than twice that of white applicants.
That's facts.
And when
my grandfather told me about that, about buying property when it came to black and white, and you guys can try to say that's not real or not. It is. It is. He made my mother, my grandmother, go in because she was white, pure German, to go buy the house because when he went in, he got a different price that was like $12,000 difference, and $12,000 back in 80s is a lot. All right, big difference.
Black applicants were approved, they usually paid higher interest
Facts.
rates. The top lenders are JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Quicken Loans. Want to take a guess who runs these companies? As long as we need that white man stamp of approval, our fate will be in the hands of those who may not think we qualify. Some people will say the system is broken. I'm here to tell you it was intentionally built this way.
That is a bar. That is a bar. Some say the system is broken. I'm here to tell you it was designed that way. That is a bar. That is facts. Facts, figures, numbers. Facts, figures, numbers. Again, there's a reason why Kyrie Irving got shut the fuck up. Because he was going after the Semitics. And since he was doing something that would racially divide the people, he spit off facts. He just blamed the wrong culprit. Kyrie was trying to unite us. A lot of people ain't ready for that conversation. Y'all want to hear? Yeah. Oh, and I forgot. I got to show y'all this. I have to show y'all this video. I have to.
China didn't steal our technology. They set their rules. Our businesses knew what the rules were, and they made a business decision.
Listen, this is our state of our
to
world.
do business in China. Our business leaders gave it to them, which sounds crazy until you realize you're the CEO of Apple. You want to go sell Apple phones to 1 billion people in China.
Right.
Or you want to get access to a billion workers who are higher skilled workers. Do you think the CEO of Apple didn't know that to go do that, China says, great, you can come here, but the price of entry is you will share your technology with us. You will teach us. We have to get something out of this too. And what we want is to learn from you. We want to learn your technology. So you have to share your technology, or nobody's forcing them to do business in China. If you don't want that, you know when you're Apple that your patents are not going to be respected.
Message.
But you chose to go build a factory there. Well, then you can't then say, now you stole my technology. So what's happened here is you've got a CEO that either is thinking very short term. Let's say you're Tesla and you're like, okay, I'm going to give them all my technology because in the short term, I'm going to have this huge burst of business. My revenues are going to go skyrocketing.
Right.
I'm going to have this great advantage that makes me as a CEO look great.
Explanation.
And the fact that I may be training a competitor that is going to absolutely destroy me in the market 5 years or 10 years from now, that's not my problem. I won't be CEO then. I'll let the next guy deal with that.
Facts.
So that's one possibility. And, that's just a business decision. The other possibility is...
Oh, sorry.
China didn't steal our technology.
Oh, no. Hold on, let me get back to this.
That I may be training a competitor that is going to absolutely destroy me in the market 5 years or 10 years from now, that's not my problem. I won't be CEO then. I'll let the next guy deal with that. So that's one possibility. And, that's just a business decision. The other possibility is that you're Nike. And if you're Nike, you might say, you know what? Let them make better shoes than us. It doesn't matter because we have the Nike brand.
Right.
And when somebody goes shopping, they can sit and see two different shoes sitting right next to each other. The shoe A may be better looking and better made, but shoe B says Nike. They're going to pay more money for the Nike because we've got a great brand. So I'm not afraid it's not a matter of I'm ignoring the future. I'm not afraid of the future. I will always get out ahead of them because I've got a fantastic brand. Tesla at one time could have said that. Had Elon not opened his mouth in our government and really destroyed his brand. But my point is, you can't then villainize China and say they're evil because they stole our shit. No, we gave it to them as a business decision.
Facts.
In order to gain access to a billion consumers or a billion Chinese workers.
Facts.
It doesn't need to, you don't need to pit them as the enemy against.
You hear that? They did that so they could get a billion Chinese workers. Which intention is that? To fuck you over, the American. It's funny how the system is used to enslave us, right? And now they have different plans for us. And this is why I seek it. And this is the dark truth about a capitalist country, right? India. Would you not label India as one of the most disgusting, dirtiest countries, disease-festered countries that there is in the United States? The Ganges River, oh my God, the amount of bacteria that's in that river, I'm surprised the people that bathe in that holy river don't die. Bro, they got hepatitis A, B, the dirtiest country in the world. Guess what kind of society they are? Capitalist. You look at America right now. Oh, fuck that. Look at America right now, bro. America is on a fast road to India, whether you know it or not, through a class system. They know it. Why? Look at the homeless. Y'all been to Skid Row? Y'all been to Kensington? That shit looks like India. I'm trying to tell you. Look at this shit. Look, that's their holy river, bro. Look at that shit. That's their holy river. Capitalist country from an economic wealth gap stretched far and wide, bro. That's where we're headed, bro. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm dead serious. Go do your research on capitalism. And capitalism been around for a while, bro. That's why India has its problems. Bro, they worship rats and cows. Bro, that's where we're at. Look at that shit. People have died. Tourism, people that love to be tourists, tourism, when it gets to India and they eat that street food, people die. That is a fact. That is a bar. Go look that shit up. Go look that shit. Think I'm lying to you. Go do your own research. Go see if I'm fucking lying to you. Capitalist country number 1, India. That's India. Tell me that's not where America's headed right now. I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. I swear to God. Dirty ass shit, man. That's where we're going. That's America.
They don't have an evil economy. They have a different economy.
But again, the reason why I seek, because of what she says, bro, what are the intentions of what they're going to do with us? Because please believe everything they do is to have power over us, to conquer. They've been conquering since 1902. They've been conquering since the Jesus days in Rome. They've been conquering since Egypt. They've been conquering since America, United States. They've been conquering since Genghis Khan. They've been conquering since Stalin. Everybody's conquering. But y'all think we all kumbaya out here? Huh? What do you think capitalism and socialism and Marxism and democracy, what do you think that is? It's all conquering tactics. I'm dead serious. So that's why I seek and talk about these topics and do these type of chats, because I'm trying to see where we're headed. What are they going to do with us since they gave all our workers to China? And you think they're putting America first? No. They got something. America is being put first. Again, and that's when all the conspiracies come out with Soylent Green and they're eating us, because they actually are eating us metaphorically, physically, esoterically, whatever you name it. They're doing it. You know what I mean? I might go live tonight, guys. If y'all want me to go live, man, I want to show everyone that's in here, like the button. When it's all over and I get done, go to the comment section and say, come on. I'll stream for 4 or 5 hours. We'll go chat. We'll talk about some things. We'll bring some people on. We'll do something. I want to chat for a long time tonight. I love y'all. I've been on here almost 2 hours. It's crazy work. All chemicals in the air, water, food, blood disease, etc. Facts. Chris, good vibe. What's up, my guy? How you doing? Thank you for being here, man. I had consistently 30 people go in and out. I probably had about 100 people in and out here already, but I should go on tonight, man. I should. I want to. I'm going to go wash my ass. I'm going to go jerk off, you know. I got no girl, so I don't need no girl. That doesn't mean I'm looking, you know. I'm just saying. It's easier to do it with me. I love y'all. Now I gotta see my baby when I want to call my son. Probably talk about the pictures. But I'm gonna watch my ass. But I'm gonna come on tonight, probably after dinner. I love all of y'all, man. Please stay educated. You know? And that doesn't mean memorizing some shit. Work on yourself today. Build a new habit. Do something to better yourself. Always evolve. Isolate. Don't always surround yourself around people. Isolate. I love you too, bro. I love all of y'all. Broken Society from TikTok here. Facts. That's facts. Encore. Great live. Thank you, Blue Cuban. I just want to be authentic, be real, and talk about real shit. Search it up as we see it. Not just go with what's going on. If I'm going to be a truther, I'm going to represent what a truther does. I'm not just going to, rinse and repeat for no damn like button, man. Fuck that like button on everything. I love all of you guys, man. Amber, thank you for being here. Helena, haven't seen you in a while, girl. Thank you for being here. It's sad how the food we get has 1 million times more chemicals than the same exact brands that sells overseas. That's facts. Look that up. I get my aunts and uncles from Germany to send over chocolates. Oh my God, you're from Germany, because that's what family does from Germany. Yes, they do. Oh, Joe, German chocolate is banging. If you know, you know. I grew up on it. I love all. Haribo is German, believe it or not. All the gummy bears. Hell yeah. Much love, man. Shout out. Hey, sprechen Sie Deutsch. I'm part German, I'm Italian, I'm black, and I'm Native American. I love all y'all. Today was a good podcast. I'll do another one. I love y'all. Peace to the gods. Go hug a tree. Go touch some grass. Hey, what up, Jeremiah? I'm getting off now.